Wait, just think anime characters in different series act the same.
No, they definitely don't act the same.
But they feel the same.
I don't think so. They have different personalities.
There it is!
And if you didn't know, well, you're about to find out. Hey, what's up guys? In today's video, we're going to talk about Dere types. Now you'll find many different Deres across different anime, but what me and JT have done is we've broken it down to 7 main Dere types. More often than not, you'll find that the Deres are usually going to be the main heroines of the story or the main love interests.
Now the word Dere is an abbreviation of the word Dere, which means you're not going to remember, so I'm not even going to bother. The important thing is that these 7 archetypes end with the word Dere, which basically means that they're going to be likable or they're going to be liked by the protagonist in the anime, which makes them important.
Which brings us to our very first Dere type, the Dere. Now these characters are going to be your happy-go-lucky characters, your very positive characters. They're going to be the ray of sunshine in the anime.
Like our girl Yui from the anime K-On! And if you've seen K-On!, then you know Yui's the life of the party. And if you want to see the stereotypical Dere or what Deres are all about, check out the best moments of Yui from K-On! But there's other types of Deres, like our girl Coco from the anime Golden Times. Now she feels like she leans to a different Dere type a bit, but in her core she is totally Dere.
Our next Dere type, the Hime Dere and the Kami Dere. Now these character types are definitely going to be your very egotistical, your very narcissistic types. They look down on everybody and they think they're better than everybody else. At first they can be a little bit annoying, but eventually they kind of grow on you.
Now Hime basically means princess, but just because they're Hime Deres doesn't mean they're from nobility. Like our girl Senna from the anime Haganai. Now Senna comes from a wealthy family, so her feeling like she's above everybody else is due to her social status. Unlike Kami Deres, Kami means God, so most of these characters have God complexes, like our girl Haruhi from the Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. Now she is very self-centered and feels like the world revolves around her, and if you've seen the anime, it essentially does. But other characters with God complexes like her feel like they're above everybody else just because of their sole existence, because they're so narcissistic.
Aren't you forgetting a character that fits as a Hime Dere?
Who?
Our girl Boa from One Piece. She is literally a princess. Well, she's a queen, and she literally looks down on everybody.
True, but I think what makes Boa more popular than anything is her love for Luffy.
That's true. She does have a crazy amount of love for Luffy.
Which brings us to our next Dere,
the Yandere and the Yangere. Now these characters are very obsessive over the person that they like. So much so that they would essentially do anything for them, even kill.
Now probably the most popular example of a Yandere would come from the anime Future Diary, with our girl Yuno. If you've seen it, you know. I mean, look at that gaze. That girl's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And as for Yandere, that would be our girl Rena from the anime When They Cry. Now the prime difference between a Yandere and a Yangere, even though they're both psychopathic killers, eventually, probably, is because a Yandere would do it for their loved ones. As for a Yangere, would do it because they suffered psychological damage or some type of emotional damage from a loved one or other.
Wouldn't there be another character who's like low-key Yandere? Like she's from the outside, definitely not Yandere, but inside, we know she's Yandere.
I know exactly who you're talking about, bro. That'd be our girl Mikasa from the anime Attack on Titan. Even though on the outside she's a certain Dere type, on the inside, you know she cuckoo for Eren.
Jaeger! And that Dere type is the Kudere. Now the Tsundere comes off as a very aloof, very antisocial and reserved character, so much so that they can come off as cold.
Now if you've seen Attack on Titan, then you know our girl Mikasa pretty much falls into all those categories and characteristics. But the blueprint for a Tsundere would come from the anime Neon Genesis Evangelion with our girl, Rei Ayanami. Key points for a Tsundere would be short hair, cold gaze, pale skin, light colors like white, silver, light blues, or something like that.
Our next archetype, the Sado Dere. Now these characters are very sadistic. They love seeing others in pain. They get off on watching others just writhe in pain.
Now an example of a Sado Dere would be our girl Kurumi Tokasaki from the anime Date Alive. Now, as you can see, just because they're Sado Deres doesn't mean they necessarily have to be villains. They can also be waifus for the win.
Our next archetype, the Dandere. Now these data types are going to be you're very quiet, you're very shy, you're very timid, kind of awkward characters. So basically they get shy around everyone and especially around the people that they really, really like, to the point where they really try not to embarrass themselves, and in doing so they can kind of do clumsy stuff in front of the people that they like.
Now occasionally you might see the Dandere has the girl with glasses, plain looking clothes, doesn't really stand out that much, but not all the time. Like one of my favorite examples of a Dandere would be Mio from the anime K-On! If you want to know what a Dandere is all about, then just look up the best moments of Mio from K-On! And you'll know. But recently the most popular types of Danderes will be someone like our girl Onodera from the anime Nisekoi, who are usually the best likable characters early on in the anime series, you know, the best girls. That is until the Tsundere comes in. And once the Tsundere comes in, it's all over for this girl.
Which brings us to our last and final... What? Which brings us to our last and final data type, the Tsundere. Now these are going to be your classic data types. You've definitely seen them in anime before. They're going to be very mean and very annoying towards their main love interest.
As you can see, my favorite Tsundere of all time is Asuka from Neon Genesis Evangelion. Now I feel that the Tsundere is the best of all the data types, because when they are portrayed correctly, then the Tsundere will have many layers to their character, and when someone from the story, be it the protagonist or anyone else, would have to spend a long time to get to know them better. More than any other data type, we learn more about a Tsundere, which is why more often than not, Tsunderes end up being the best characters or the most well known in a series. And with that...
Wait. You forgot one data type.
Who?
The Yanderes.
Nyan.
And with that comes to the conclusion of this video. We hope you found it very informational, and if you didn't, well, we don't care.
I wonder what data type is that?
Bah. Anyways, we'll see you guys in the next video. Out.
Bum 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 bum